Hi, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to cope with apathy. And in coping with apathy, we're going to give you a couple of options because you may want to shift it. You may be ready to release that apathy, and it's possible that apathy is serving you. So, watch the video and find out which one applies to you, and we'll give you some tools to work through it.
As with all the emotions, it's so important to start out with understanding and honoring the feelings that we have. That's always step number one.
Yeah.
As soon as we put resistance, then
Or judgment.
then it seems to persist. So understanding and honoring those feelings is a really important step in being able to process emotions. There are different ways that we need to look at. So where is the emotion coming from? We may need to ask ourselves if that apathy is asking us to rest. That's a possibility.
I think sometimes when we have huge projects or big events or things that maybe go on for months to prepare, like
Pushed us.
our first live event took us so many months to put together, and it was so stressful, and so many things were unknown, and we were scared.
It was a lot of work.
A lot of energy, and after it was over, we were both exhausted. Like for months, we didn't want to do anything.
Right, the motivation was gone,
and it was a huge success.
It was.
But still,
we were experiencing apathy.
And
as we looked at that, we realized that we were going to look to that as a message, and it was time to rest. It's time to say we were going 100 miles an hour, and that was our body's way of saying it's time to stop and rest. And I think that's okay. And I think that's a beautiful thing that apathy can do. It can be a sign of time to change what you're doing, time to calm down, and time to try something different.
You may need to spend some time focusing on yourself and replenishing yourself. And that, in fact, I was pondering the other day about the creation of the world, and what came to me was that the seventh day, which is the day of rest, the day where nothing happened, no creation happened, that seventh day was just as important as the 6 days of creation that preceded it. And so it really is important for us to honor ourselves when we are saying we need time off, we need time away, we need to disconnect from all that passion and motivation and just be still. That's okay.
And we talked about in the previous video, apathy is just kind of going into numbness or going into neutral, let's say. And sometimes we need that neutral. But we don't want to stay there.
No.
Because if we stay in neutral or we stay in numb, then we miss out on the great things in life. And so it's important to see if that apathy is coming from a place of time off or if it's coming from somewhere else. And we have to kind of trust that, because I remember in the book Untethered Soul, he talks about a man. He says, imagine that you were sad for whatever reason, and you don't eat very much, and you don't sleep very much, and you lay on the couch, so you're living an apathetic life, really. And then somebody calls, and they're going to come over, and it's exciting to you, and you all of a sudden you hop off of the couch and you clean your house as fast as you can, and you've got all the energy that you need. So it's important to trust that when it's time to move into another state, if your body's just needing some rest, that the energy and the desire will be there when it comes. When it comes from a place of masking pain, then that might not show up that same way.
So if you think of some time when you've had a real hard disappointment or some emotional pain in your life, it's hard in that moment or in that experience to always know how to feel it or process it or what to do with it. And so it is easier to just shut it down and disconnect from it. And the important thing to realize is that pain doesn't go away, that you're still holding that pain on some level, and the apathy is just like a thin mask over that. But the minute you take that apathy away, that pain is going to show up. It's going to be right there waiting for you. And that can feel daunting, I know, at times, but one of my favorite quotes talks about how most people don't want to go back to the pain in their trauma of their life because they don't want to feel the pain. But the truth is they are carrying that pain with them every day. So they have already felt the pain. What they haven't felt is what life would be like if you could move beyond that pain. And to put it in a more physical example, I have this weight here. So if you can imagine somebody that wanted to strengthen their muscles and get themselves more toned and fit, if they were sitting there using that weight, but every time that muscle became exhausted and it hit a point of pain, if they just dropped the weight and let go of it, every time they touched a point of pain, they would never develop or strengthen or progress. And so what I want to offer you right now is a moment for you to connect to your pain. If the apathy is a result of pain that you're trying to avoid, let's take a moment and look at that. Michelle and I will hold a space of love for you so that you feel safe in this moment, having someone with you to explore that pain. So let's start by connecting to the heart, taking some deep breaths, allowing that breath to come in and out through the heart. And if there's anything that you need to feel safe to move forward with that exercise, please take care of that need. And once you find that safe space, let's identify where in your body are you holding on to that pain. You'll be able to feel it somewhere. You might feel tense or tight or heavy. And if you identify where the pain is, allow yourself to see it as a shape. What shape is it? How big is it? What color is it? Once you get a sense of the size and the depth of that pain, imagine that that shape that's holding that pain had eyes. And as you look into those eyes, what are the eyes expressing? And is there something those eyes want to say to you? And how do you feel when you hear that? Is there something you want to say to the eyes? That shape has been holding that pain for you. Can you say to that shape, I see you, and I know that you're real. I know that you exist. And how does that pain feel to be known and seen? that shape happy holding that state of pain for you? Or would it rather hold something else? And know that that pain can change. Just like you chose to hold the pain there, you can also choose to set it free. And if you're ready, allow that pain to transform into something more positive that can serve you and support you in your life. And as you move past the pain, notice what is behind that pain. What is waiting for you? Behind that pain might be your motivation, your passion, your love for life. Whatever you see there, I want you to acknowledge it and say, I see you, my passion. I see you, my love. I see you, my sense of adventure, or whatever you find there. And allow those new positive feelings to expand and grow and take hold in your heart and in your life. So we hope that this little process of looking at the pain, looking at your need to rest, looking at all of the possibilities that apathy has brought to you and done for you, you can even take a minute to thank your apathy. Thank you for coming into my life at this time and supporting me in this way. And we hope that as you learn how to not just cope with this apathy, but to move beyond it and to work through it in your life, that you will connect to your heart again, to your passion again, to your love for life again, and that you will find joy. We hope that you'll leave a comment in the comments below and tell us what your experience was as you went through this. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to receive more videos like this to help you in your life.